My name is Shane Alubadin, and I'm the founder of Duke & Winston. The mission of Duke & Winston is to develop fun and relatable products and content that reflect the carefree relationship between people and their dogs. Duke & Winston started out as more of a retail business, and so I started out interacting with thousands of people and their dogs. People that really love the brand first because of just the community aspect of it. And so the idea now is to really build on that. The most important thing about dogs and their people is really that relationship, the love that's there and the genuineness that's there. And a lot of brands don't really reflect that well. They're really transaction first, but brands that can really show that genuine love between dogs and their people, I think, are the ones that people gravitate towards most. Duke & Winston's business model is broken up into 3 tiers: product, content, community. Each product we develop has some kind of emotion behind it that really try to build a connection between dogs and their people. We found that entertaining and engaging the customer is a lot more effective than trying to sell to them. Constant content that's uplifting, that brings joy, that brings happiness. A brand that entertains people will generally want to support, and so that's really how we've been able to grow on the content side. Our customers are really heavily involved in rescue. A lot of the rescues naturally have these massive audiences, but they're not able to develop merchandise. We've started to partner up with some of the largest bulldog rescues in the country, developing all of their merch, and so moving from retail to e-commerce. One of the big things is to really always continue to engage our community. Duke & Winston originally started in 2010. I had my bulldog Duke, and I had this idea of just putting him on a t-shirt with his face on it, and people really started buying this one shirt. I went from printing about 50 of them to printing several thousand over a year. I noticed that people with dogs really gravitated towards it, and I think the idea was everybody wished that their dog was on a t-shirt. And I went from this one t-shirt to a line of products for people and their dogs, and grew the brand from $7,000 in revenue my first year to $1.3 million. The growth was a lot to handle. I really didn't know how to scale the retail side, and so in 2016, my leases were up, decided to kind of take a little bit of a break. I then went on to work for 2 brands, Kyle James Patrick and Represent.com, and I really saw the power of content and also how you could make it more personable. Once you have an audience and you can entertain them, they support you by purchasing your products. You don't have to be constantly selling products to them because you really kind of bring them into your world. I realized that I had the opportunity to relaunch Duke & Winston, really put in content first, and really take what a lot of these influencers are doing and bring it into the pet space. The vision for Duke & Winston moving forward is to really focus in and own the bulldog space. Really owning a niche, especially for a breed that is the most popular worldwide. That's really something that can set Duke & Winston on its own. So I have a very unique concept to develop something I call the Bulldog Spirit Lab, which is essentially a space that we shoot constant, fun content with our bulldogs. There is no brand that does this within the dog space. The one thing that I didn't realize from the period that the brand was down was how high the demand would be. When I relaunched, I went quickly from about $3,000 to $4,000 a month to $10,000 a month to upwards of almost $20,000 a month. And I realized that for the brand to grow, we need to expand the product line. So I'm on Wefunder primarily to raise capital to expand the product line. Also raising capital to build out the Bulldog Spirit Lab concept for all of our social media content. I chose this platform Wefunder because I thought this would be a great way to reward my customers and have them come along on the ride with Duke & Winston. Please join us on Wefunder and help us scale our grassroots built, fun, relatable, and high quality brand for humans and bulldogs. Thank you.